Good morning. Today is the 25th of November 2024 and I'm going to go through my trading plan and my levels for today. Before we start, as always, let's check to see what news could move the market. We had some news come in at 8:30 and we saw a little bit of a move, but we did see a big push up after that news. I'm not sure if that's related or not. And that's it really. We've got news at 10:30, 2 out of a medium impact news event. So that's it. Don't forget this week's a short week. Thanksgiving on Thursday, so US holiday, the market's closed, and it's a half day on Friday. So I'm going to take both Thursday, even though I don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in the UK, but I'm going to be away for both Thursday and Friday this week. I'll try and get the pre-market or the order flow stream running on Friday, but I'll be out hiking in Wales. So just wait for my pen to load. We've got some okayish levels for today. Just looking at the 1 hour time frame. Let's flick back to the ES. So this is the S&P 500 E-minis future, and we're looking at the 1 hour time frame. And let's just draw in this zone here, so we've got something to remember if we get up there later. We're getting close to all-time highs now. A couple of levels we're watching from last week. Excuse me. Let's open up my Epic pen. Good morning, Charles. Good morning, Nanda. Hope you having a nice weekend, and hopefully you have a good week this week trading. Just wait for my pen to open. I can draw up some levels on the screen. Here we go. Okay, so we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, and when I opened up my charts an hour or so, a couple hours ago, I was looking at probably this level here for a bounce. Excuse me one moment. Quickie throat, that's better. So I was watching really this level for a bounce at 59.93, 59.94. You can see we held it all day Friday, and then we big gap up today. So we've got this big gap up, so I'm going to add another level now. When I was looking earlier, we were about here, I think. So I was thinking if we can pull back down into that level, and I like that for a bounce. Because it's going to be a short week this week, we can expect volume to be a lot less than usual as well. So I would be a bit wary. I'm only going to take my A+ setups only. I made a note of that in my journal today as well. I put big gap up, want to trade A+ setups only with multiple solid confirmations as well. So a quick note, the market's closed. I like to do a pre-morning journal every day, so it gives me an idea what I'm looking to play. So these levels are pretty much the same, but it's just changed slightly with that move up slightly today. So let's just go back to the levels. If we lose pre-market low, which is 60.10, then I do quite like the breakdown and the retest of that area, and then the short to close that gap, and then that's our bounce area we're watching as well. So potentially we've got 2 trades there. We are quite far away from it at the moment, and I only want to trade the first couple of hours of the market open. So if we can get down there, I'll keep an eye on that. And another trade I was watching, but I'm not sure how great this will be now. Originally I was watching for the break and retest of pre-market high. At the time I put my level in pre-market high. That one there, 60.19. So where are we at now? Well above it, 60.19. That's the area I was watching for the break and retest. We could still, yeah, I'm not a big fan. Look at the volume to the left. If we go left, we've got minimal volume around that area. So I don't really want to go long. That's a tough one. You know, I did say A+ only, so this is my A+ trade for today. So if it gets down to that one, watching for a bounce, we've got multiple levels. We've got extra volume over here to the left as well on the volume profile. So this is the A+ setup we're waiting for, and that's what I'm waiting for. 59.90, that area. I'll play by ear. Rejection wise, we talked about this area last week quite a lot. So this is one of the areas is watching for a rejection, 60-20. We're right in that area now, so we'll see how the market reacts to this. I've been watching the 15-minute chart a bit more recently as well, and yeah, I just don't like shorting into all of this. We've got a little bit of volume here. So here we go. My gut feeling is a break and retest of this level, but it's a pre-market level, and it's a pre-market. This is our pre-market high now. So a break and retest of pre-market high we can stick to. And then we got all-time highs up here at 60-50 area. So we could watch for a break and retest long, but the reason I don't like it now is because we've been consolidating for such a long time. All of Friday we're consolidating, and all through the pre-market, and then suddenly we've broken it. There is a bit of convergence going on. Let's just flick over to the order flow quickly, because there is something a bit funky going on as well. On my screen you should be able to see the order flow now. So look at the cumulative delta divergence. So we've got big push up in price, and then we had a little bit of a push up, and then we just went sideways. I suppose we were putting in bigger candles, but we definitely didn't have the same push up. So potentially we could be looking at a reversal area. This could be the reversal we've been waiting for last week when we got up to that 60-30, 60-20 area. There's no signs of a reversal on the, this is a sign there's a reversal on the cards potentially. We've got bigger volume at the top, point of control in the upper half of the candle. Lots of volume trading in this area as well. But we've still got volume up here as well, so potentially there's no exhaustion up there until we start seeing smaller orders, like 9. We've got a 9 there, but this is pre-market volume, and again, volume this week might be a little bit different because a lot of people will be taking time off. So let's just flick back to my main screen. Let's just come up with some proper levels. So let's keep an eye on this area here for a rejection, 60-40, 60-50. Let's keep an eye on, we could keep an eye on this area as well, 60, where we are right now, 60-30 down to 60-27. This area is a high risk rejection area, only because we're so close to it right now. So if we can get a 15-minute or a 30-minute break of trend, then we can maybe look for a short. I prefer the break and retest of pre-market low and to fill the gap. So that's probably my first favourite is this bounce of Friday's low. My second favourite is the break and retest of pre-market low. It's against the trend and it's higher risk, so you have to bear that in mind. But most gaps do like to get filled. And then we can watch the break and retest of pre-market high long, and potentially, if we come back down to pre-market low, watch for a bounce, but we've already bounced there once and twice, so I'm not sure whether the third time will be as effective. And that's it really. And then if we do sell off and we get down into Friday's low, if we've got a good area of volume or cumulative delta, volume or confluence, the only place we can watch is this region here. Tops and bottoms of candles, tops of candles, kind of held it area. Friday's low area, it's an area we're watching Friday as well. So we can watch 59.62 for a bounce, 59.94 for a bounce, Friday's high, and then 60.10 for the break and retest short, and then 60.32 for the break and retest long. That's it. That's my plan for today, which I'll put in my journal in a few minutes. SPY. We're coming right up into this all-time high zone as well here, so let's just draw that in. So that's our area of supply right now. Last time there wasn't a great deal of volume, it was all-time highs. So let's watch for the break and retest of 600 long. We can also watch 600 for the short as well, and that's exactly where we are right now. 600 is a nice psychological number. Notice the volume up in that area as well. So we've got volume just here, so we could use that as an area to bounce potentially. So watch pre-market low. I didn't check the volume actually on the ES, I'll go back to that in a minute. Maybe 598 for the bounce, high risk, but yesterday's low 596 is a higher probability bounce area. So 596 for the bounce, break and retest of 600, and if we can't hold, if we can't get through 600, then we can watch for a rejection, probably pre-market low. Again, notice how we are on this big uptrend. So to confirm a downtrend, we've got this double top coming in at all-time high as well. We need to come through that, break that trend, come back up, put in a lower high, and then we can try and find a trade down. But it's going to be hard. It's like with this week, the volume should be a bit less. SPX levels are pretty much the same as we've been watching for the last few weeks. We'll be opening up here somewhere, so we're kind of coming into this rejection area. Notice the volume as well is a little bit higher. So 6,000 psychological number. So just keep an eye, see where we open up on the open on SPX. If we open above 6,000, maybe the break and retest is on. If we open below 6,000, potentially that a rejection could be on as well. But let's just see how it keys up out. NQ. It's coming into one of our hourly levels, this area here, but we've got almost an area, you could say it's an area of supply. We came down, we came up, retested it. That's where the volume starts coming in as well, at this area as well. So this entire area where volume's starting to come in will be a rejection area, but it's a big area. So, you know, I like sticking with my levels. We can watch 2160 to 2110 for the rejection, and that will be coming off of these pivots, these bottom pivots there. Otherwise, the point of control, where we are at the moment, 21200. This is a good area to watch for rejection off of this area, and it's an area we've been watching as well. Last time we came up to that area, there's this big reaction to it. So maybe we'll see what happens when we get back up into that 21200. Let's mark this off as well. There's an area of confluence as well. You can see that because we've got tops of pivots here, tops of pivots there, bottoms of pivots here, and bottoms, a little bit of bottoms there as well, and it's a high area of volume as well. So there's a few good reasons why we can use that as a rejection. Bounce wise, Friday's high, we can watch this region here. It's also a level we're watching as well. Notice how the volume's coming in down here as well. So we could use this as a potential bounce area with the extra volume potentially holding it up. QQQ. Okay, so coming right into that area right now. So this is the area we're watching for rejection. Notice how in the post market was that? When was that? 5 o'clock this morning. So this zone I had marked off, we came into it, rejected it, and then we broke through it. So that zone is still valid. I like to see that as the first sign that a zone's working. So we'll keep an eye on that, see what happens when we get to the top end of this zone. Are we going to see it reject, or are we going to see it break, come through, retest the pre-market high long? So let's watch 5, 10, 30 for the break and retest long. However, we have got this area of potential volume, extra volume coming in like in ES as well. But let's draw another level at 512, 513 area we can watch for potential rejection as well. Big area of confluence, big volume coming in as well. Although it's not the point control on this chart, that's further down here. And then that's it really for QQQ. Oil, I was going to say, I wonder what's happened. When I last looked, everything was green, but this is now down. Look at this for a big rejection candle, a big red candle, down candle. It's gone through 1, 2 levels we're watching, and our next area for a bounce will be this on this trend line. So 69 for a bounce. If we go down into the 5-minute chart, oh, look at that, it just died. So we could potentially watch for a bounce in this area, very high risk. If we don't put in a new low, look for the break, back up into this region. Bear in mind this is a 5-minute chart, and then watch 70-50 for potential rejection. I like these breaks and retests. So we should see the volume on the 5 minute here coming in. So we should, in theory, see it come back up to this region for the rejection back down. So that's a day trade, and that's back up this 70-50 area we just talked about. So let's watch 70-50 for the break and retest short. So we've already broken it. Now let's look for the short up there, but with confirmation. So I want to see it come in, put in a top and tail candle, a bit like this area here, top and tail candle. Then we got our risk defined, and then watch it drop. So I'm going to put in an alert if we get back up to there. May watch it for a parabolic buy setup as well, but I don't know. I won't. I don't play those anymore. Gold, it's done the same as well. Okay, so another retest area. This area of confluence, bottoms of pivots. Notice the volume over here as well. So point of control. So if we can come back up and retest this area, I like it for a short. So I'm going to put my alert in as well for there. Watch what happened there. Let's put my alert back in again. Okay, so we've got an alert waiting at 26.60 for the rejection. And then bounce areas, we can still keep an eye on this pivot, these pivots here. Not as many amount of touches I like to see. The most amount of touches I prefer something down here, but it's not a very good area to find. Oh, I thought it was in the 5 minute then. Yeah, not a big fan of that area there, but I'll keep that level in. But this is a better area, 26.25 for the bounce, and that's where we've got the 200 moving average, which is this purple line just starting to curve around. Maybe that would act as another area of support. Okay, so RTY next. Nice double top here. Interesting to see. Notice this inverse head and shoulders pattern. We talked about this, and look how powerful that was. It didn't. Oh, so there was a little bit of a retest there, and then it just went up. That was on Thursday, I think, last week. But we're coming into this level here. Let's keep an eye on this region for a rejection, double top. I don't really like shorting all-time highs, but we can watch it for a double top. If we break over it, break and retest long. Watch for the pre-market high, break and retest long as well into that area. And if we lose that area, we can watch for the break and retest. Let's just zoom in a bit. Yeah, and the bounce down at Friday's high. Oops, that's a wonky one. Friday's high bounce at 24.18. If we lose pre-market high, we can watch for a potential short into that region. But it's not my favourite. I think my favourite bounce area has got to be here. It's a zone. And the reason it's a zone is because there's lots of potential touches. You can see bottoms of candles, lots of touches of this zone as well. We came into that zone, came out, back in, didn't quite retest it there, back in, we held that zone and then back out. We've yet to retest that area. So 23.80 for the bounce, that region. So basically, just if we push through Friday's low, come in, find a bounce area, look for confirmation long. And now YM. So this is the reason why I don't like shorting all-time highs, because we see that area there. A lot of people probably would have saw that, went in for the long or for the rejection, and it's basically held above it and pushed up. And if I do short it, I like to see break a trend. So I've got this trend line, break down below, break and retest a pre-market low. That's why I like it. Usually it breaks a trend line as well, short. But again, if you're going against the trend, it's higher risk because it is against the trend. So YM, we can watch for the break and retest of pre-market high to make new all-time highs. I believe this is all-time highs. 1 week, not 1 second. Yeah, all-time highs. And then the best bounce area for me is this region here. And the reason I like it, we've got pivot, 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 pivot there, you know, as we held the bottom of that zone. We kind of held it Friday, then finally broke out. We came back and retested that area several times and then broke out. So if we get back down to that region, we've got the volume in that area as well. Look at that extra volume there as well. So this entire area I quite like. So a bounce of Friday's high is my prime area to watch on YM. And I'm going to put in an alert there, just draw my attention to it. I may not take it, but at least my attention's drawn to it. And that's the only play I like on that one. And Bitcoin didn't quite make 100,000. Let's put, and then let's do a horizontal line. Ooh. Let's put that at 100,000 as well. So I've got an alert on 100,000 and I've got horizontal. I know you can do alerts on horizontal lines as well, but I'd just like to see that. I had an alert at 99, I think, before it triggered on Friday. I was potentially looking to take some profit. I might still look. Looking a bit top heavy now, as you can see. We got the trend here. Okay, not a brilliant trend line. Let's draw another one. That trend line there, just a rough idea it is. Let's just zoom out a bit. Look at that for a big bull run. Let's draw it from there. We've got this trend line basically. Now we're going to see one of two things. We've also got this region here, and we had this quite bullish let sign here as well. It was like a, oh, it's a triangle I'm trying to draw. So that was our sign that we're breaking out. That was a break. Look at that beautiful break and retest of that level. I'll zoom in a bit so we can see it. There you go, nice ascending wedge. You can see that quite clearly here. And then we broke out, came back and retested it there. Out, retest, and pushed out. And then we could have got the retest there as well. But let's go to the daily and look at the volume. Look at all this extra volume coming in. To me, I only see volume. I like to see volume either in one of two things. If we're starting a move or ending a move. So here we were ending a big move up. We had 2 volume bursts. So that's why I took profits over here. And starting a move, you know, I added once and I took some profits out as well. So we're still at volume, got declining volume now as well. So potentially I'm going to keep an eye if we can break 100k. If we lose this trend, I might take some profit off. I've only got a third or a quarter of my position left. I really want it to pull right back so I can start adding to it. But I'd rather take profit off and then add that profit back in. So we'll see how this goes over the next day or two. But still looking very, very bullish. And don't forget, even if we don't pull back, the moving averages will eventually catch up. Like that's the 8, this is the 20 moving average. Eventually when that catches up as well, you know, potentially we might see another breakout and bull run. So if you look at the 20, it's literally hugged the 20 all the way up, hugged the 20, hugged the 20, below the 20. It's never moved so far away. This is the furthest it's been away from the 20 moving average for some time. Let's just go back. And the last all-time highs. You can see here, away from the 20, and then it came back. Away from the 20, and then it came back, and then we started selling off. And then here, down here, got away from the 20, came back, got away from the 20, got back, away from the 20, got back. You can see that we haven't really got back. We've never been this far away from the 20. So we are in unknown territory right now. Well, over recent times, I suppose you could say February we got quite far away. This is my point exactly. Next time we got far away from the 20, and then we rested, and we caught, and then the 20 caught up. We didn't pull back. The 20 caught up, and then we took off, the 20 wasn't able to catch up, and then either the 20's going to catch up or the stock catches up, and it got back up to that point. So, you know, we'll see how we go. We haven't quite got back to that area yet, so we are some way away. And I think that's it. Let's quickly go back to ES, see if there's anything going on order flow wise. Okay, I will go to the order flows. So we've got this we just talked about earlier, big push up, sideways, a smaller push up, and then sideways a bit earlier. Notice we weren't going sideways there, the price was pushing up, and then we pulled back a bit, and then a couple bars up, put in a new high pivot, but then we didn't have this big move up. So I wouldn't say it's looking unusual, it's probably doing what it's doing, so it's probably about right at the moment. But we've got negative deltas in these top candles, we've got point of control in the top of the candle. I like to see point of control at the top, that's a sign of a reversal. Big orders and with no follow through up, no, that means that's limit orders, potential limit orders triggering here as well. Put in a new high. We'll see what the open brings. Market opens in 2 minutes, and then I did say I was going to look at some of my trades. It might be a bit late now from Friday. In fact, Friday was a very gentle day. I was in and out. We'll just see whether I can go over that for the next minute. I don't think the market's going to be doing too much. So here we go. So this is Friday. I had one trade, small win, really small win. How do I view in notebook? I always struggle to find out how to open up my trades. Friday, is it like that? Here we go. That's the trade I'm looking for. So one trade on Friday, and it was it's not even showing me. Here we go. So I've already documented it as well. I've changed my strategy a little tiny bit as well. So I took the short on the 15-minute. I used the 15-minute and the 5-minute as confirmation. Broke down, came back into the retest, and you can see I got out. Oh, hang on, over this side here. So this is where I got in, pushed up into this area. I used this candle as my stop. So quite a wide stop, and I wanted to get it right. It needed to get right down to here. I think it was just below. That's my 3-hour point about here. I think it would have got a maximum of 2 hour in my back testing. Yeah, 2 hours the maximum would have gone, or it would have stopped me out. It would have just picked me out later on there. I think I was just putting this in as a test to see what I could have got in a better place, and a better place would have been this area here. You can see that downtrend. It's not the best of lines. Let's draw it in again. This area there, and then I was kind of looking to see whether that would have been a better trade. A better confirmation than this first trade. So I used this entire 5-minute candle, this entire 5-minute candle as my stop. I want to give it a wide berth, but that's it. So small trade. I made my notes as well. You know, just a quick one. I know it's a small day, and I need to confirm that just a $500 day is still a decent year. You know, I call it. I was a bit annoyed that I got out early because it trailed me, literally ticked me out, and it went down to my 2-hour mark. I could have got 2 hours out of it. That would have been a much bigger day, but I need to be happy with what I've got. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. Trade safe today. Be careful, like I said, with the stranger markets as it is. That's it. I'm just going to close the stream, but the order flow stream will be on. I think I know what I've done. I didn't show you my trade. I apologise for that. I had the wrong screen open. I'll leave it open here. This is my trade from Friday. If anyone's still watching, that's my stop. I got in on the break and retest up here, I think it's, and then my 2 hours down here. I go for 3 hours, so I stopped out. I just wicked out. I was trading on the 5 minute. So I should probably spend more time going over trade reviews. I think I'll put that back. That's where it should have been like that. That was where I was trying to get. That's my 3 hours. I came close, but not close enough. But I need to be happier with my trade. Even on small days, it wasn't even a very good trading day. It was literally went sideways. But this is just a quick overview of my trade. I like to just go through my initial thoughts, market condition, some confirmation as well. Just always happy, even if I think I've had a bad day. And I've set up some new rules as well, so I'm trying to get even more stricter with my trading. Okay, so I will be on the live stream. So give me, if any comments, just give me a message on there. Okay, thank you for watching. Trade safe.